Most people feel comfortable in social situations. They laugh, they talk, they just exist. But some people experience something completely different. Every interaction feels like a performance, like they're playing a role that everyone else was born knowing how to play. And psychology says this isn't overthinking, it isn't shyness, it's something much deeper. This is the psychology of people who feel like they're acting normal around everyone. 1. They live one step outside themselves. Psychologists call this self-monitoring, a heightened awareness of how you appear to others. Most people act. These people watch themselves act. They notice the way they laugh, how they hold their hands, whether their response sounded natural. And while everyone else is in the moment, they're managing the moment from a distance. 2. Social situations feel like rehearsed performances. Research in social psychology shows that people with high self-monitoring often develop what's called a social script, a mental set of behaviors they run through to appear normal. They aren't being fake, they genuinely want to connect. But connection doesn't come naturally, so they engineer it. And the exhausting part, nobody around them ever notices. 3. It often starts in childhood. Developmental psychologists link this pattern to early environments where being too much or too different had real consequences. So the child learned to read the room, to adapt, to shrink or expand depending on who was watching. That skill kept them safe then, but as adults it becomes automatic, a default mode they can't turn off even when they're safe. 4. It's deeply exhausting in ways others don't see. Managing your own behavior in real time takes enormous cognitive energy. Psychologists call this emotional labor, the effort of regulating not just what you say, but how you move, how you react, how you breathe. After social events, these people don't just feel tired, they feel erased, like they spent the whole time being someone slightly off from themselves. 5. The loneliness isn't about being alone, it's about being surrounded by people and still feeling unseen. Carl Rogers, one of psychology's most important thinkers, said the greatest human need is to be understood, not just accepted. These people are accepted everywhere they go, but understood rarely, because the version of them that people see isn't quite real, and they know it. 6. But here's what psychology also says. The ability to read rooms, adapt to people, and manage complexity, that's not a flaw, it's a rare form of social intelligence. These people don't struggle socially because something is wrong with them. They struggle because they feel everything more precisely than most people do. The problem was never that they're different, the problem was that no one ever told them different was allowed. If you've spent your whole life feeling like everyone else got a manual you never received, psychology isn't calling you broken, it's saying your awareness runs deeper than most. You weren't performing, you were protecting, and maybe for the first time, you don't have to. Have you ever felt like you were acting in your own life instead of actually living it? Drop it in the comments. And if this explains something you've never been able to put into words, subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel is here for.